There are many ways you can play with feminine energy. One, you could wear ruffles, very feminine clothing like ruffles or lace. You can play with that. You could also play with how you hold yourself and sit in a chair, like hips out to the side, legs crossed like a lady, of course, hand just gently resting on your thigh. You could play with curling your hair. You could play with red lipstick. You could play with perfumes. But you want to know how to really activate your feminine energy? Beyond the costumes and makeups and clothes and stuff? Well, that's what I'm going to tell you in this video. Alright, I'm feeling it. We're ready to do a YouTube video. Gotta pump myself up, you know? We all gotta pump ourselves up. We gotta have our tracks. Have you ever heard the quote by a theologian named Howard Thurman? And he says, don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do that. Because what the world needs is more people who have come alive. Alive! It's time. Well, I love that quote. I love that quote because it validates my intuition that the most important thing we can do, truly the best way of being of service, is by embodying our soul, by coming alive and gaining the capacity and the courage and the confidence to express our joy, to express our delight, to serve through that which is most alive in us, the areas we're most passionate about, and the things that just light us up. You know, that's what this channel is all about, is to really encourage and inspire you and equip you to trust what lights you up, because it is a thing. If you want to change the world, if you want to just be the best version of yourself possible for those that you love, for your kids, for your friends, for your community, for your clients, then coming alive and being able to trust what lights you up is the most important thing, really. It's the most important thing. And it's the thing that's going to make you radiant. If you want radiant feminine energy, then there's no surefire way to get there except by coming fully alive and giving yourself permission to fully trust what lights you up. When I was a little girl, I felt so alive. At least in certain places. Being in my room, dancing, drawing, listening to music, I felt so alive. And there's a part of me that felt like when I grow up, when I become a full-grown woman, this is what it's going to be like everywhere. I'm going to have the confidence to not just be this alive and wild and fun in the privacy of my bedroom, but I'm going to have the confidence to show up out there in the world and be this joyful, this alive. But what happened was the exact opposite. And a lot of the women that I work with, they too were alive as little girls. And something happened, some trauma or some subtle shame that was repeated, a raised eyebrow, a voice that said, you're too much, that's too much, calm it down, tone it down. And then we begin to distrust that it's safe. We begin to distrust that it's safe to be alive because at the times we were most alive, it wasn't welcomed. And so this idea of being fully alive probably goes against what's happening in our nervous system in our bodies that remembers what happened before when we were fully alive. It says, oh no, it is not safe to be fully alive. In fact, I was told that to be of service, I needed to be quiet, polite, obedient, toned down, not so much. Like, don't be so excited. Don't be so grandiose. Don't be, you know what I'm talking about. So there I was in my 30s, fully trusting Jesus at his word, this new Christian, so on fire with finally feeling loved and chosen. And the world seemed brand new. To imagine walking through the world knowing I was loved, knowing I was chosen, knowing I could look forward to life to the full, man, that was incredible. But what I began noticing is as I became more and more alive, and for me, that looked like reclaiming my sensuality, my expression, and really trusting a deep, mystical, feminine spirituality, the people that I was doing life with inside the church began backing away. And there was a subtle message that I was coming alive in the wrong way. And the way that I was coming alive wasn't really what was meant for a Christian woman to come alive. And I needed to be careful because a sensual woman was a dangerous woman and an immodest woman was a stumbling block for men. So I couldn't really reconcile this experience, and it was really confusing. And like a lot of the women that I coach, it becomes, do I trust myself and what's happening inside of my body and my spirit? Or do I trust those who know better? My authority, those who proclaim to know the word better than I do or hear from God clearer than I do. This is a really powerful moment in a woman's life where she gets to choose to trust herself. And it's scary. If you think about it, coming alive implies a body, right? Aliveness is through the embodied state. Like, we're not ghosts. We are embodied beings, and to be alive is to be embodied. And to be embodied is to be sensual, to be delighting in our senses, to have a relationship with our sensuality, and to understand that sensuality is sacred. So I guess my intention in this video is just to encourage you. If you've ever been discouraged and made to feel crazy for your aliveness, or made to feel that your version of aliveness was wrong, I want to tell you that what makes you come alive, what lights you up, is absolutely right. It's absolutely right, and it's so important that you trust it. And sometimes it's a journey to be able to discern all the different subtleties of what it means to trust what lights you up and follow that light, and to say yes to opportunities and all the unfoldings. But at the end of the day, to really believe, what if you really believed that the glory of woman is God fully alive? Well, that's an interesting take of it. What if you fully believed that the glory of God is woman fully alive? What if you decided, yes, I'm here to change the world. Yes, I want to be the best version of myself for my kids and my family and my friends and my community. And that means coming alive. Hello, I'm Morgan Day Cecil, and I'm the creator of the Feminine Wholeness Method, and welcome to my channel. What is it about feminine energy that you really want to activate in yourself? I'd be really curious to hear. I know for me, it's a feeling of delight. It's a feeling of aliveness that I crave. It's a feeling of, I belong here, and it's safe to be full of joy. It's safe to be excited. It's safe to be this woman who is innocently believing in the power of love. Yeah, it's safe. Activate my feminine energy. I like playing with all the makeup and clothes and stuff, and I do all sorts of embodiment practices and teach different embodiment practices. At the end of the day, it's about coming alive. And coming alive requires a lot of courage. Requires a whole bunch of believing in yourself and trusting what lights you up. And guess where that happens? It does not happen in your head. It doesn't. It can't. There's too many messages, too much confusion, too much noise there. What I know is it happens through the body. It happens through the body, through your sensuality, through coming home to just being a woman in your body, to be able to hold yourself and move and breathe and speak through the world completely comfortable in your own skin. That coming alive, that naturalness, that safety of being here in your body, in your sensuality, is so radiant and so healing. And it's what the world needs. It's what the world needs because more and more it's looking like zombies out there, or the waking dead, the sleeping dead. What is it called? You know what I mean. We need to risk the light, as the poet Jack Gilbert says. This is the key to activating our feminine energy, which many wise people say it is time for the feminine to rise, and it is important for the healing of the world. So if you are someone that wants to see the world a better place, that really wants to serve others and gets lit up about seeing people's needs get met and nourishing them and nurturing them and encouraging them and supporting them, then listen to Howard Thurman and trust what lights you up. Ask what you need to come alive and go do that, because that's what we need most of all. I know that my daughter needs to see me alive. I need to see other women alive. And I need to see you alive. Okay? No more playing small. It's not serving anybody. It's done. I can quit this now. You know where I stand on this topic. Thanks for being here with me. I'm Morgan Cecil. I'll see you in the next video.